The first presenter is ReadSpeaker, and that's Kathy and Ginger behind the scenes doing her support of the chat area. So Kathy, it's all yours. Take it away. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, thanks everyone for joining. We did this in the fall and had a great time, so I do appreciate the time. And these are small, quick segments, so we're just kind of giving you a high-level overview of ReadSpeaker and going to share a video that really highlights some of the tools. So I do want to get started. ReadSpeaker text-to-speech within the LMS Learning Management System, if you're not familiar with what LMS stands for, a path to UDL. As David mentioned, it's Ginger and I. Ginger is going to be handling the chat. She is our Education Development Manager. If you are a ReadSpeaker customer, you have had lots of interaction with Ginger. She's our implementation specialist. And I'm Kathy Wood. I'm the Education Partner Manager, so I get to work with all of our partners in the ed tech space to really ramp up those relationships and further our integrations. So if you're not familiar with ReadSpeaker, quickly, at the very top, you'll see our listen button. That is what you would see with our LMS integrations, and it expands with different tools, but it's as easy as clicking the listen button. We are a text-to-speech company. We have over 245 voices in 68 different languages. And what's really cool about our voices is that they are all created by from voice talent by our own linguistics team. We're used by over 15,000 clients globally. And we think about UDL, that Universal Design for Learning, helping everyone, not just a few. And as I mentioned, easy as clicking that listen button, we're not only easy to use, but easy to implement. And also when we're thinking about our accessibility, thinking about those accessibility tools within the ReadSpeaker suite of learning tools. And this is just kind of a quick overview of what that expanded toolbar looks like. Again, those settings are unique to each user and each device. So if you have a Chromebook and a MacBook and you're using mobile, you can have different settings for each of those devices. And you can see some of the different tools about changing, your reading voice, the reading speed, downloading an MP3. All of those are really cool features to highlight. And again, we have other tools such as texting and exam mode that really help our disability service offices and our SPED teachers with those that are requiring accommodations for those read aloud tests. It takes that burden off of those disability service offices to provide those as an audio file for these students. All right, this is a very duh statement. I mean, it's not like a kind of statement, but we do need to talk about it. No two learners are alike. And why is that important to mention? When we think about that universal design and we think about accessibility and inclusivity, take a look at the graphic. For a fair selection, everybody has to take the same exam. They need to climb that tree. Well, I think some of those students are going to fail that exam. Right? So when we think about providing tools for all students and how they learn, we need to think about that universal design for learning. Statistically, and this is these numbers have actually changed because these numbers have grown when we think about our learners. You think about dyslexia, you think about ADHD, you think about English as a second language, and those with trouble seeing or vision loss. All of these students and learners need extra tools to help them succeed. I don't know if you've heard about the curb cut effect. It was kind of a new terminology to me in just the last year, but when I mention it, you're going to be like, oh, that's what it is. How many of you use the automatic doors at the airport? I do. They weren't meant truly for us when they were first invented. They were meant for people that are either wheelchair bound or cannot open those doors. But we all take advantage of these technologies or things that were initially designed with people with disabilities in mind, but we all can make use of those tools. So this is a great statistic when we talk about that. If a survey of college undergraduates found that only 5% of respondents had a disability necessitating those accommodations. Okay, we're thinking about just those 504s, IEPs, and the K-12, and we're thinking about the students that have need for disability services. But the tools that were given to all the students, 18% of those actually use those technologies and consider them necessary. Maybe those students did not disclose their disability. Maybe they just benefited from these tools because it provided them just an extra leg up. Thinking about students again, being able to use tools that can help everyone. I'm going to show a quick video, and it should share the sound. Hopefully, if you give me, David, Devin and Caroline, if you can give me a thumbs up once it starts playing.
In today's education landscape, content is increasingly interactive, and audio is a compelling part of this landscape.
Providing an audio version of learning content meets accessibility requirements, increases engagement, and has shown to improve results for both users and for the organizations that implement it. Text-to-speech technology is an essential step toward universal design for learning which supports learners of all types.
How can your organization provide audio technology quickly, easily, and cost-efficiently?
At ReadSpeaker, we develop easy-to-integrate, easy-to-use text-to-speech solutions specifically for education. Whether creating audio files to add to online or offline learning content, or integrating our web-based services which automatically speech-enable content, your organization can provide learners with audio versions of content and audio-enhanced reading and studying tools on any device, quickly and easily, and directly within any learning environment.
With the click of a button, text is read aloud and highlighted at the same time. Any text can be read aloud, even specialized text such as STEAM content or industry-specific vocabulary. The absolute value of the quantity x minus 2 equals x plus 13. And users can personalize their online reading experience with a variety of settings and speech-enabled tools, and use them in a multitude of ways.
Learners can use the Listen button to speech-enable tests, exams and quizzes within your own secure learning environment, assessment platforms, even locked browsers and proprietary proctoring systems.
ReadSpeaker's unsurpassed voice quality and readily available, fully integrated Listen button means that the service has high usage. Whether learners are children, teenagers, adults, employees, or language learners, text-to-speech is an effective way of supporting them for institutions and organizations of all types.
Ready to provide your learners with the latest in audio learning tools? Request a demo today.
All right, so that was kind of a very quick high-level video, kind of just showcasing some of the tools in action. And again, we have certified integrations with all of your LMS environments, and we offer free demo accounts for them. So if you want to kick the tires with your Canvas, with your Moodle, with your D2L, with your Blackboard, all you need to do is just send me an email. And here is mine or Ginger's email address. And we'll provide you a free sandbox environment. And again, there's no strings attached. We do believe that you should be able to see how ReadSpeaker works with your content in your environment. So it's as quick as sending us an email. I do also want to reference that we have our readspeaker.com/education page. And off of that education page, there's a page dedicated towards Canvas, towards Blackboard, towards Moodle, all of those different LMSs. So you can go to your particular LMS page and see other videos. You can see how we work with Respondus, all of these different things that you might be thinking of. And again, if you have any questions during that you think about afterwards, you can feel free to email us, or again, we'll be monitoring chat as well. So David, I'm going to hand it back over to you. I know we're running through this real quick, so I apologize if that went like super fast, but I'm being cognizant of everybody else's time.
Hey, Kathy, let's open it up to some of the questions in the chat area, because there's quite a few. So if you could open up the chat, Ginger's already in there trying to answer some of them, but you do have a minute or two to answer some of those, and or I can, are we doing a giveaway as well?
I think Ginger has been answering some of the chat. And yeah, Ginger, do you want to go ahead and
Yes, it's going to be quicker for me just to answer. Have we made any testing headway with high stakes testing agency, ACT, College Board? Not with those as such, simply because they have chosen not to talk to third parties. However, ATI, which is the pre-testing for nursing, we do have a product that works with it. Let's see. How do we compare to Kurzweil 3000? We are integrated directly within the page and not as an overlay of the page, which makes it easier for us to interact with all the parts of the page. We also provide good data that lets you know how much things are being used. TextAid is a platform, and with the platform, you can get the bookmarklet and the extension. It is currently available on the Microsoft store page. It installs on Chrome and Edge. And if you're looking for a college or institution-wide something, get in touch with Kathy and I, and we'll get you pricing there. Does this product also work with LMS for teachers, professors who use screen readers? If you use a screen reader, you probably do not want to use ReadSpeaker. We are a web reader, not a screen reader. The difference being a screen reader reads navigation, whereas we do not read navigation. We only read the content of the page.
I see somebody asked how this compares to Kurzweil 3000.
I got that one.
Okay.
I use text-to-speech in school. Can I use text-to-speech in Schoology? Yes, you can. TextAid reads all of Schoology. Cost, it depends on how many licenses you're wanting to buy. We do sell it in bundles or as site licenses. And do you support the Persian language? Aren't there variations of the Persian language? I'm not positive here. I would have to look that up.
I'm going to jump in.
Okay.